Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. We're playing in the Incursion League as a solo self-found hardcore trapper. And we find ourselves once again in the barracks. I swear, I'm heading for the Lunaris temple, but Alpha's here and we need to go back to the past.
We found the temple. Let's have a look at the layout.
So let's see. Armor's workshop or improve the corruption. Well, I think we're gonna go with the corruption. So we head to the top. There's a nice snake of a path in the pyramid here. So if you can hook up the apex, that would be lovely. For the corruption chamber, we've got a flame workshop on the left to connect and potentially a pulse of restoration to the top. But I think the flame workshop on the left is the best one, since this one does have others in the corner and this one is poorly connected. So bottom and top. Yeah, it's an interesting combination.
Time to go.
Also take you out. Yes, thank you very much. Let's go. So we need to go to the top first. Oh, hello. Thank you. This is starting out pretty darn well. That's a lot of people, Let's just blind them a little bit. Open up the doors. Open up more doors. Open up more doors. Come on. Come on. I can do it. I can do it. No, I could not do it. If I had done it in the other way, maybe in hindsight I would have had like 1 or 2 seconds left and opened up both doors. But at least Flame Workshop is connected and this one is upgraded, so that is mission successful. Pulse of Restoration, don't have to wait for the next time.
Is used as
yes. So a nice thing is you can just hit V, open this up, so you don't have to wait for Alpha to show you the fate, because it's already there.
Hello, Exile.
And then of course we get all the loot. And now onwards to the place where you want to go. Lunaris temple. Where once again we will of course meet Alpha. Ah yes. Bad trap.
My place is at God's side.
There we go.
Where will your journey end, Exile?
My journey? I hope it will end the maps. Wait, that's not really what you were asking about. I am shocked. So shocked, I say. Ah, there. There's the door. I must say it is nice that there's only one thing going on in each zone, and once you found Alpha, you can just get on with it. It does make it slightly more efficient to go through places if you're looking for a more optimal experience. So let's see. Bear, 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 arc, arc, arc.
Of immense power.
Trapping feels almost like cheating.
Ah, there you
Oh,
are.
look at that.
Ready to revisit the past?
So let's go for tier 3 and then open up the pools of restoration.
And the closer we... Let's go.
So, boom, boom, boom. Hello, everybody. Missed me? Ow, saw blades. Oh yeah, that one is the competition. We took out the competition. Which actually does make sense that you kill the one that you're not keeping. So then you can kill the one in the present that you are keeping. Got what we want, there is nothing more to do here but kill. Getting a lot of time here. Did a pretty decent job here. Nearly full kill?
Good
Looks like a nearly full kill.
The influence of his
Tier 3,
corruption
and we opened up the tools. Balls.
but
So we've got a hatchery and a holes on the side here, unconnected, and we got
the
two at the top.
temple looms
I'd say we're doing pretty darn well. We are doing pretty darn well. Also all the scrolls, because this is pretty convenient. So let's quickly empty some pockets.
Happy to share my hard-earned wisdom with you.
Let's see. Chromes. Got some jewels. As always, now just chucking all the items in that I probably should not keep. And then quickly have a look. Just some low tier stuff, wrong kind of base belts, though. Bit of armor, nah, it's not no good stuff. It is not that good. This is the right kind of buckler. Problem is it is too low level. And the mods are terrible. So we can just sell all the things. So we can stash away the essence and then some jewels. So what do we get? Weapon stuff and attack speed with wands. Well, a global crit. It's not really that great. So last time we did a big temple run after filtering out all the loot. Did get a couple of jewels that have some potential. A bit of resistance here. A bit more chaos resistance, which is going to be important. Trap throw speed and trap throw speed. Melee damage is not that great. And this one's trap damage and increased global crit strike chance. So this is actually pretty decent jewel, I think. If we then don't get something else, and if I don't need to fix defensive things, this could be rerolled into something potentially helpful. And then we go back. We picked up some items. Out of all the items that dropped in the temple, the belt here, it had a slight upgrade, a bit of lightning resistance, which is very helpful. The old belt was even junkier than this one, but lightning resistance fixed things. So they're all now in the 60s and cold is maxed. So slightly, ever so slightly getting better. The left ring also got upgraded, which has a bit more cold resistance than the old one had, as well as a little bit of energy shield and 5% increased lightning damage. That is going to be helpful. And the boots, we picked those up last time. So they're very helpful. I still have them. Slightly better movement speed. Also, so many items. At some point I'll probably stop picking up all the items. But for now, still building up some currency. And I haven't really started crafting yet. And I know once you get your master crafting up, you're gonna spend quite some currency early on just to fix things. Now, once you get decent gear, then the replacements are gonna be sporadic. But that first session is gonna cost you quite some ops of alteration, transmutation, and even augmentation. All the agents. Okay. So tapestries go to the bottom, so that's probably where we need to be. And just like that. Okay, we have ourselves a call. Oh no, please don't hurt me. Here, have yourself a Vaal trap. So he yoinked me in, I step knighted, blinding him, making it very difficult for this hard-hitting physical damage boss to actually hit me or deal physical damage to me. Blinding is pretty helpful. The doubling of evasion is also pretty good from the Stip Knight flask. For a build like this, Stip Knight is great. Okay, Bear Trap, Arc Trap. And we murdered you. And you came out too late and therefore you escaped the dance. Okay, next waypoint. You know what, let's go to town. Do some more pocket emptying.
At your service.
So, nice thing is most items are gonna be rubbish. In terms of bases, well, we got a wand. It's a very high intelligence requirement. +1 to lightning. Well, we're kind of over that because, of course, the arc is now in our body armor. And 7 to 11 cold damage is just not enough. So this is now pretty much junk. Let's see, like that. Oh, I can actually exchange some scrolls for ID scrolls and get rid of this. This is going to be very nice for some low tier rare crafting.
Ask away.
Or put some white items in, get some rares out without using orbs of alchemy. Lunaris. I don't think there's really a good way to determine where to start.
After taking bad leaf drops. Felt just like this place.
But usually once you find your first staircase, that gets you a little bit better on the roads. So let's cost me some physical burst damage here. There's lots of little hits. We have got evasion. I think that is going to be working in my advantage. Excuse me. I sneeze. Okay, so we completed the trapping wheel up here. So my next goal is going to be phase acrobatics. It's gonna lower my energy shield a little bit, as well as lower my block chance by a couple points. But I think it is gonna be worth it. And it gives me spell dodge, so it is actually a way to not get hit by spells. If I were to have armor, it would also lower my armor, but I don't have armor, so that's not a problem. Stairs up, this is the right direction. And look at that, they just miss me more or less completely. I wonder if a support jewel, yeah, I'm talking about support jewels, but sure. If one of the support jewels, or skill jewels, threshold jewels, yeah, threshold jewels, that's what they're called. For if they were to make one for siphoning trap, where it would recharge energy shields instead of life. That could be interesting as well. Especially because most of the time as a trapper, you'll be rocking that whole shadow thing. Okay, we need to be in the top there. And then evasion, energy shields, it's gonna be a thing, or it could potentially be a thing. That could be a nice way to modify it. No? It's more like morph a specific skill into a different set of behaviors rather than just being a damage boost. Because I like it if the threshold jewels feel more as morphing skills into alternate versions of themselves with different playstyle choices rather than simply being a straight up damage boost that feels mandatory or required to make a skill viable, because then it's just broken design. Let's see, Alva, where are you sending me this time?
Ah, there
Hatchery.
you are. Ready to rework
Okay.
the past? The more you kill, the more you change my map.
So
And the
the left and the right one
in the
should be
temple
connected.
present day. Here's the plan.
Ooh, upgrade it to the vault rather than to the keeping it as the minions. I liked the vault. The currency gain is nice. Yeah. So we'll flip this over to the vault and then connect it to the sacrifice chamber at least. And with a bit of luck also connect it to the halls. So we drag that one into the main path.
Time to go.
So let's head more or less towards the top to just kill things. Oh wait, you're boss. I was not gonna kill you. I was not. Just here for the free kills. You are the one that needs to die. Wait, not me. Not me. Okay. They're doing damage for reals. We'll connect this one here. Great. So, mission accomplished. 10 seconds left. Let's see if we can find ourselves a second stone. No second stone? No second stone. Good job.
The architect of the vault has taken
Ah,
that route.
connected it
This
here.
is excellent news.
Sure. I suspect you might get sent back here, because we morphed it. And then we can just connect it to the holes, that works as well.
Continue our task.
Cool. And conductivity goes up. Lots of quality items. Lots of large items as well. Yeah, not a big fan. Okay, for chromatics, I'll make an exception. Let's see, one side has 2 of the wagons. That means there's going to be a wall. There's going to be more. So the one wagon is the way forward. That's how I try to remember it. See. Alright, this is just a side path. That worked. And there is the door. Slowly getting to the point where even just throwing a single trap is most of the time just killing the pack. Well, obviously not for the rares. But for the regular ones, it used to be that I about a quarter of the time I needed 2 traps. I'm still just throwing traps because they're not dead, so I'm just keep attacking. It's probably going to be a habit to change. More items, so I should have pre-trapped that. But we get some more loot. Okay, this went very fast. Enemies always pop out of the floor, so just trying to pre-trap things a little bit. Works out pretty well. And Piety, oh Piety.
It's been a grand experiment, Shadow.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3.
An orb of immense
Damn
power.
Oh, that was hilarious.
I try not to take my
That was hilarious.
But you, Piety, were a satisfying exception.
So 3 bad traps, a Vaal Arc trap, and 2 or 3 regular Arc
At
traps.
your service.
Boom. No more Piety. That was enjoyable. Okay, so these are all armors. And ooh. These are Warbuckler, that's what I have. There's extra evasion on here, there's extra life, there's a decent chunk of life on here, as well as some fire resistance and a chance to avoid elemental ailments. So we would trade the cold resistance in for fire resistance. But gain more stuff, so we'll keep that one. I mean, right now, fire is not maxed, cold is, so swapping them around. I think I'll lose 3 points, but I gain a lot of life. Anywhere to put the clarity? Well, we can actually just chrome this. Downside, it is a rare, and I need a lot more armor scraps to turn this into... Oh, into a 20% quality, but it is still pretty darn good. So, yes, these are the colors I want. Just double check. Okay, so I lose these decent. Okay, so we're overcapping fire as 7 points. Yeah, okay. Maybe not that great, but 915 life. It's 45 extra life. That's just a good one-on-one bonus. We'll fix the cold at some point. For now, I think this is going to be the way forward. And as always, no, just putting it into the old items stash. So if I change my mind, it is not that difficult to just go back to the way things were. Let's see, it's only the auras that I moved around, so I need to double check the reservation there. Oh, talking about...
Watch yourself.
Let's have a check. Skill points, yay.
Unfortunately,
And we go down here. And then we're done with Lunaris. We can go back to the Ebony Barracks, the place where we keep going and going and going, and then going there some more. Wow, another Alpha. So just one more Alpha Barracks, or one more Ebony Barracks Alpha to unlearn things. I think that's gonna be a good one. Also, someone was stalking me. Holes, cool. Connected to any to be good. Jewelry or poison plants. I'm kind of done with the poison plants. So okay, let's go for jewelry. So we go for the bottom one.
Let's go.
We go for the bottom one. Okay, so there's a bunch of you in here. Oh, hello, stone. So Vaal Arc trap, that's that. Connected to the first one we got. Nope, let's not be here when they try to strike me. Oh, you're all by yourself. Can I kill all of them? I think I did.
Good job.
That went rather well.
The architect of the guild was
So, sacrifice the chamber into jewelry. Good, good. Nope. Let's not pick up the bow, pick up the other items. There's gonna be quite a loot piñata frenzy. So maybe dialing back a little bit on showing the blue items in the loot filter is gonna be a good one for this specific league. Most of the time, you don't really pick up blue items anyway. Let's see, there's a waypoint here. Let's go grab that. Most of the time, you gotta head left at the intersection. Then you more or less walk into it. Yeah, it is nice to recognize things. Also, auras are still up. I think if you change things in town, then the game will mostly just remember what you had and restore things back to what they were. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna take a stab at going after Dominus. Just skipping the whole library thing for now. If, of course, we can find it. Ah, wait, I missed a major road. Or did I? No, I did not. I'm completely fumbling this. Most of the time, the intersection you go to the right, and that is where you head towards Dominus. If that's not the case, then where? Or is this the major road over there? Ah, yeah. Major road with the cart. It's always a cart. Also, that siphoning trap leash that's on you, it's actually quite long. Okay, so we skipped the Gardens Alpha, but to compensate, we get ourselves a Scepter Alpha.
just in time.
Boom. Okay.
Ah,
Passageways.
ready to
Okay.
revisit the past?
One goal, Temple of
The more you
Atsuatl.
kill, the more you change my map.
That's the
And the
top left.
closer we get to finding the temple
Second one is for
present.
bottom left, but top left is priority.
Let's have a look at the layout.
Nothing here, so what do we want? Ooh. Extra life and ITBL, so this is Storms. Or Tempest Generator. Well, we've had a Tempest in just about everyone, so let's go for the other one for first. Also nice, so we can just start at the top and then sweep our way, so I have more kills before we get to the door we want to open. So just head somewhere to the bottom right and then just go counterclockwise.
It's time.
There we go. There's someone in the back there doing decent chunks of damage. You're the Lord of Storms, of course. Lady of Storms, I have no idea again. Person of Storms. Storm person. Stormer? Downside, I kind of cleared my way out of there. And that was that. No, not a good job. We killed the thing, but we didn't get a stone. We did not get a stone. We are at the connection point now though for acrobatics, so I'm happy with that.
Hekwani was obsessed with finding new and creative ways to get things
Yeah,
done.
it's the one place where I would have liked to get myself a stone and I did not get one. Guess we'll have to try again. Oh, and these doors don't open. Oh man. You get so spoiled with self-opening doors in the temple. I mean, they had the tech 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago. They had the tech a long time ago in the Vaal Empire, and look at what it's come to. Doors that don't self-open. Things really have gone downhill since the time of the Vaal. Yeah. So there's one. Ooh, transmute, I'll grab that one, thank you very much. Okay, there's a ghost nearby. Ooh, you have... Hey, a fellow trapper. Aw, you're dead already. Oh, you did a good job possessing them. Let's empty some pockets.
Happy to share my hard-earned wisdom.
So let's have a look. No, these are all wrong bases. This is a decent base, but it's just not great. Also, no good sockets. Boo-hiss. Oh, no, this is a lower tier than what we have. It's always difficult to see. Once you put gems in, you can only see the gem requirements, but you can't see the base requirements, so it's difficult to compare tiers. Oh, it's just not good enough. Amulet. There's some stats on here, there's some resist on here. I'll just keep it as a backup. Not because it is great per se, but it's just handy to have a small collection of jewelry that you can use to swap around if you need specific stats or resistances. And already we have another collection of stuff to sell and a door to the next one. A dead end corner. With our luck, this is the one that leads us to the waypoint and to the next area, the next actual area. So let's hope I find myself a waypoint first. Okay, they had a decent series of hits there. Okay, so if the thing up is there, so hey, Vine Snare, that's a new Nemesis mod. They mentioned that in the patch notes. I think they had 4 in total new Nemesis mods, which is nice. Nemesis is a nice mechanic, so adding a couple more to just spice up the rares a little bit. Definitely a fan. So a new physical area, so we of course get ourselves a new Alpha Vaal. Another opportunity maybe to unlock the Apex. That would be lovely. There we are, one door. I think it's difficult to miss Alpha here, especially in the upper ones. It seems like the areas are much smaller here. But less branching than the lower levels. Look at that. Speak of the devil. Well, it's Alpha Devil.
Just in time. Ah, there you
Restoration.
are. Ready
Okay.
to revisit the past?
So, Shrine of
The more you
Empowerment.
kill, the more you change my map. And the closer we get to finding
Heals monsters in the temple. So that's passive life regen, but I think our damage is good enough. Yeah, that's not that big a deal. So let's see if we can max this one out. And if there's anything to connect, it's the Shrine of Empowerment. So that is the all the way on the left hand side. So upgrade and then to the left. Ooh, this looks snazzy. So we give you an arc trap. I keep using the Vaal Arc as a boss killer rather than anything else. Probably underutilizing it. Ooh, that's a lot of enemies. Grr. Killed most of them, but not all of them.
An orb of immense power.
No stone again. It's supposed to be guaranteed, but they never say which of the monsters holds it. Heard that it could that it could mostly be a rare, but it feels very random.
Room of drowning. Ah, the
Well, random mechanics are random, but the good thing is we have crossed Alpha once again off of our list. Oh, should have thrown one more bad trap. Hey, look at that, the door. There's also a door there. Okay, and looks like some of the mobs here do require 2 traps. Cyan prison. Luckily, we've already rescued her years ago. Is that even still a thing that you need to unlock the Cyan? I suppose it is, but... Because why would they take it away? Anyway, time for some bossing.
Have you ever seen the true face of God, Exile?
So, trap, trap, trap. Let's not get hit too much. Oh, here. Have some traps.
Touch of God!
Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I think you're dead now. Yes, that's it.
There's an illusion, Exile.
This world is an illusion, Exile. Traps have a very short cooldown. Or they last for 4 seconds, so can't put them down too fast. Okay, let's start. Bear, bear, bear. Vaal Arc, regular ones. Boop, gone.
It's funny, Your Grace. I always thought you'd be taller.
Doing boss fights with the Trapper is surprisingly easy. I wonder if this is gonna keep up or if at some point the game is gonna catch up to me. Well, for now, I'm really enjoying the massive spike damage that you can do with a build like this. Though traps only lasting for 4 seconds, you definitely...
Water and not a single working boat in
No, you
sight.
can't put like 24 traps down.
More walking and killing for me then.
Or walking and killing for me then. Okay, across the road, or waterway. I wonder how the interactions with the Saboteur Ascendancy bonuses are going to be, because there's some in there that, if you trigger one trap, you trigger all nearby traps, things like that. So you get even more explosiveness in terms of damage, and you don't necessarily need to stack your traps. And that probably synergizes very well with the cluster trap that a lot of people have been really enthusiastic about. So once we unlock cluster traps in Act 4 here, that is going to be a thing to look forward to. Also, Alpha, nicely tucked away on the other side.
Just in time.
And no enemies here. Wonderful.
Ah, there you are.
Jewelers.
Ready to revisit the past? The more you kill, the more you change my
That's just upgraded.
and the closer we get to finding the Let's
And it doesn't really matter which of the doors we open, since everything is connected. Ooh, look at that. So let's just kill the right architect here. Oh, look, a stone. It's in the one place where we don't need a stone. We get a stone. Isn't it great? Okay. Oh. Murder, frenzy, kill. And that's
Good
it.
job. As Carpen's rival is
Didn't need it anyway. Okay. And then we can head towards town. So in between episodes, I'll have a look at the library. It's nothing I'm particularly needing, I think. So it's just going to be an unlock for completion's sake. Oh wait, actually I can of course pick up Antiquity Chap. It's not the new things that I unlock, but it's all the low level gems that I will unlock. But no, the way forward is going to be Dried Lake and then Mines. And then, oh, we also have, of course, the trial in the hedge maze. And after that, very first time doing the labyrinth. I'm level 38, so I'm a little bit over leveled. So that should not be too much of a challenge in that regard. Also, acrobatics, it is a thing. Nice. So we lose a little bit of energy shield, go from a whole 200 down to 150. We, in terms of block chance, lose a little bit, we're down to 18 from the royal amount of 26. But there is now somewhere 30% chance to dodge attacks. Yeah, so the upside is mixed in with the downsides. Then we get some more attack dodge, and then eventually we'll end with spell dodge, which is going to be very happy. So now stacking all the defensive layers. It's going to be good for the foreseeable future. Be careful of spells, and then at the end be slightly less careful of them, which is going to be very, very good for staying alive. For now though, I'm going to thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.